Hi, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Christina Douglas, and this is my audition for Chelsea, New Zealand's hottest home baker. Today I'm going to be making a strawberry cream sponge. Old school, but delicious. So let's get baking. So let's begin. First up, we need to beat together 3 room temperature eggs and 125 grams of Chelsea sugar with a pinch of salt. It's important the eggs are at room temperature as you'll get a much better beating volume that way. So let's start. So this needs to beat together for about 5 to 7 minutes. Basically you want a nice light fluffy mixture. This is what's going to help your sponge rise. Okay, so that's about done. And this is perfect consistency, thick, and it's basically trailing a ribbon into the bowl. So we'll just take that off and bring it over here. Okay, so now our eggs and sugar are nicely beaten together. We need to deal with our dry ingredients. This is sifting together our flour, corn flour and baking powder. So we'll start with the flour, and I find the easiest way to measure is actually put a bowl straight onto scales. Generally weighing dry ingredients is better than measuring them into a cup because they might settle, you're not going to get as much accuracy. So first we need 50 grams of plain flour. And next, 25 grams of corn flour. And then we add a teaspoon of baking powder. So now just sift your dry ingredients straight into the bowl. You don't want any lumps. Lumps are bad. Finally, now we need to fold our dry ingredients into our egg and sugar mixture. Now, the best way to do this is with a turning and folding action. This is what's meant by folding. Using a metal spoon, quickly but carefully, fold your flour mixture into your egg and sugar. Okay, so I've prepared my tins earlier. These are non-stick sponge tins, but I have still greased them and floured around the outside and baking paper on the bottom. And it does make life a lot easier for your washer-upper. So your mixture is now ready for the oven. So just carefully pour half into each tin. You can see all the lovely air that's been beaten into the batter, and that's what's going to help your sponge rise and be beautifully moist and fluffy. So you can carefully smooth the top off, but you don't want to knock any air out of the mixture. Now just pop these straight into the oven. This is 190 degrees and it'll be about 15 to 20 minutes. And be careful not to slam the door. It's been just over 15 minutes and these are ready to come out of the oven. You can tell because the mixture has come away slightly from the sides of the tin and they're a beautiful golden brown. The cakes have been cooling for about 20 minutes on a wire rack, so now we're ready to decorate. First up, some strawberry and rhubarb jam. This is homemade, but bought would be fine, but something tangy, something with a bit of zip because everything else is quite sweet. Raspberry jam would be really delicious here, or even fresh raspberries if you can get hold of them. Fresh strawberries, anything with a bit, any berry fruit is perfect. That's plenty of jam. Now we need cream. And this is cream that I've whipped just with a little bit of icing sugar, maybe 2 teaspoons, and a splash of vanilla. Be generous. This is a cream sponge after all. Pop the top on. At this point you could just sift over some icing sugar and that would be gorgeous. but I think some fresh strawberries would be really beautiful and finish it off nicely. Perfect. And here's the finished product, my strawberry cream sponge. Thank you for visiting my kitchen. I hope to be visiting yours very soon.